What's up, guys? This is your boy, Epic Blade Dragon, and I gotta say, Blizzard has done it again. A round of applause for this awesome, lovely company that I despise. I legit hate this company so much. So, for the uninitiated and people who don't care or just haven't heard it, Diablo 2 got a cool like DLC thing, whatever. It got like an update behind a paywall. It's a paywalled update for Diablo 2 Resurrected, which is a remake of Diablo 2 Lord of Destruction, a 20-year-old game that didn't really see much attention other than, say, ladder resets and mods from dedicated players that were free. In 2021, Diablo 2 Resurrected gets announced at BlizzCon, and everybody and myself was super excited. I started playing Diablo 2 back in 2018, and I had always seen it because I started playing Diablo 3. It was my first Diablo game I played. Played Diablo 3 back in 2014 or 15. Damn, fucking over a decade ago. That's insane. It's been a minute, but started playing it. My uncle introduced me to it. He was a big Diablo fan, and I loved this series. And then I played Diablo 1 on a PS1 emulator on a shitty LG phone that I had, and the screen was all fucked up and broken, and my thumbs would like bleed because the screen was so like shattered, and so I have glass shards in my phones. Still didn't stop me from playing it. An amazing game, and I really enjoyed it. Diablo Immortal got announced. I didn't pay attention to it. Diablo 4 came out. That whole fiasco with that. Over time, I ended up trying it. I think I tried it back and I played it shortly after launch, and pretty solid game. I enjoyed it for the most part. It was fun. Then Diablo 2, I played Diablo 2 Resurrected the day it came out. I actually pre-ordered it because I was very fucking excited. I was playing Diablo 2 Classic, like, no Lord of Destruction, on a shitty Windows XP that my grandma had because I found it at a thrift store in, like, my hometown. And she didn't have internet and we didn't have a computer, so I bought it because it's fucking Diablo and everybody hypes Diablo 2 up. Or did. People still do. It is a fantastic game. Bought it at a thrift store, took it to my grandma's, installed it on that computer, and I played religiously. Even though it was version 1.0 of the game and it was the base game, if any of you guys have ever bitched about the stash, now I get it. 4 tabs and one of them being a personal tab and not a shared tab. It gets stacked, but if you've never played Diablo 2 1.0, whoops, dropped my vape. If you've never played Diablo 2 1.0, you will not understand the stash issues. I would say the stash even sucked in Lord of Destruction. It was like this one-page grid, but the stash in Diablo 2 was, I think, legit maybe double the size of the Herodric Cube, and it sucked. It literally sucked, and it was almost permadeath on standard. When you died, you couldn't just save and quit to get your items back. You legit had to go hunt your body down, then save and quit the moment you got it back. And if you got stuck in, say, Act 2 Maggot Layer, where you died in there and you're a fucking barbarian, and you didn't deposit all your gold, keep that in mind too. Sorry, I gotta say this too. when you would die with your gold, even if you stashed it in your chest, you still lost the gold. You would lose that permanently, and the gold that you had on your body would drop there. Also, there was no auto gold, like auto gold pickup. You had to fucking manually pick up all the gold. So let's say Jahid fucking dies, you have no gold, you fucking died with him, you can't resurrect him. Hey, that's a pun. And all your gold is stuck on your body, and you're playing a barbarian. You save and quit and you make a new character. You fucking delete that character because it's as good as gone, buddy. Anyways, I love Diablo 2. The moment I started playing it, I really enjoyed it. I ended up getting a laptop Christmas of 2019, and I'm pretty sure the first game I got on there was Half-Life and Counter-Strike 1.6. But I also, and you might be saying, this is 2019, why the fuck wasn't I playing anything new at the time? My laptop was dog shit, and I I could only play old games, and I tend to play older games as well. But I bought Half-Life, Counter-Strike 1.6, and Diablo 2 with Lord of Destruction included. And I played a lot of Lord of Destruction. I never had played Diablo 2 online. So it's really cool to experience that. And I met a lot of cool people, and I played a lot of ladder resets. Fucking amazing. Diablo 2 Resurrected gets announced 2 years after that, and I buy it on launch day on Switch because I didn't have a PC good enough to play it at the time. That laptop was dog shit. My PS4 was shitting out, so I bought it on my Switch and dumped like maybe in the whole time I have played it on Switch, like it's been around 300 hours on Switch alone. I barely touched it on Switch, to be honest, but 300 hours was around my point. And then I got this PC that I have now, and I've been able to play games pretty much for the most part, except Monster Hunter Wilds. I won't fucking get into that right now, because apparently they put an optimization out for it. But first game I bought when I got this was Diablo 2 Resurrected, and I played the ever-living fuck out of it on PC, because on Switch, the max player count was 4, because for some reason, I mean, it could barely handle the game. It couldn't handle 8 players online. I still played a lot of ladder resets, and I'm actually pretty good placement on Barbarian. And I believe it was season 1. I've played every season of ladder except for like the past 2 years, because I've been working and being an adult, and it fucking sucks. But every time I get the chance, I try to get on and play, because I do like playing online. I started playing the single player version too, because I never really touched it besides Classic. Anyways, this was a video about bitching about Diablo 2, more so Blizzard, but yesterday Blizzard made a Diablo announcement across Diablo Immortal, Diablo 4, and surprisingly, Diablo 2. Diablo 2 gets an expansion called Reign of the Warlock, and it looks cool as fuck. A new character class, new items-ish. I'm gonna get into that in a minute. Much needed updates that the game should have had on launch, but I guess it'd be a little too intrusive on the classic players. Not that everybody wanted a loot filter, stackable gems, and like material pages and more stash tabs, and all of these fucking changes that just should have been in the game. There's been mods for loot filters and all of that for years. Literally, this stuff was all in Diablo 2. But this all got announced, and then at the very, I think at the very end, or like at the end of that announcement for Diablo 2, they said it comes out today. I was excited as fuck. For the first time since I've had this PC, I actually uninstalled Diablo 2 because I just wasn't really playing it. And I've been on a whole Final Fantasy kick, so I reinstalled all of those. So I go to check, and knowing Blizzard and their greedy fucking way of doing things, this costs $25. And you could say it's a little expected because it's like seen as a DLC for one character class and quality of life updates. And people are also saying there's terror zones, there's the ancients, like there's a new ancients fight, and there's new endgame content. They did that for free. They added terrorize zones into Diablo 2 Resurrected for free. That was all free. And they even, like, they've changed and added stuff up until I believe like 2024. That was like when they were like, yeah, cut the fucking life support, just do ladder resets from here on out. They were adding stuff like I think 25 Days of Terror. Like every December, there's each day is a new event in Diablo, and it can be like extra damage, extra gold, extra XP, and it's cool. They were doing cool shit without it being behind a paywall. And I really don't understand, other than the fact it's Blizzard. That's the only, like, takeaway I'm getting from that. If you go and look on Battle.net and Steam, okay, and we'll start with Battle.net. If you go and look on Battle.net, the quote-unquote DLC is $25, and that's kind of a bit, especially when the base game was $40, and you could just play it. It was $40, included the expansion, all of the updates that came out after, and it was fully remastered and quality of life updates for the base price of $40. That made sense in a way, kind of. Because if you buy Diablo 2 and Lord of Destruction, the classic versions, which are still available, surprisingly, because they just fucking took Warcraft 3 off the market years ago when Warcraft Reforged came out, that's $20. So you're technically paying $20 for fucking remastered visuals, quality of life updates, and the version that everybody moved to. What I meant to say here was, when you go on Battle.net, you can literally see that Diablo 2 Resurrected, you can't just buy that anymore. You buy the DLC here. Let me double check. I'm gonna fact check this shit while I talk about it. Okay, yeah, so when you go onto Battle.net, you see Diablo 2 Resurrected Infernal Edition and Diablo 2 Resurrected Reign of the Warlock. The Reign of the Warlock thing is the DLC. Diablo 2 Resurrected Infernal Edition is $40. That is what the base game costed. They completely took the base game off. Now you pay the regular price for the DLC, all the improvements, all that good old jazz included with the game, which I think is bullshit because we already paid $40 for the game we're playing. So I just don't understand why people who didn't pay for it could have got a discounted version instead of a $25 version when people who have never bought Diablo 2 Resurrected are getting it for the same price we did, but since we bought it earlier than they did, and we didn't know Blizzard would ever do some shit like this, we have to pay $25. That's all I wanted to add in there. Sorry, I just forgot to put that. $25 for a character, gear specific to that character, terrorize zones in every area that take materials, and new in-game content, and quality of life features. $25 for that doesn't really make sense. The Diablo 2 community for years has asked for an Act 6 or an Act 4 like expansion. So, like a legit expansion. Reign of the Warlock is not an expansion, it's not a DLC. It is a DLC. It's a character and updates that could have been in the game. For the 2-year drought that had no updates, and they essentially said, yeah, we're kind of done with the game, we'll put patches here and there. That could have been added in those 2 years. And the Warlock character could have been a paid DLC, just a lot cheaper. But all of this shit could have been added over time. A lot of people had given up on the game because they were like, guys, like, nothing's coming out. I guess it's kind of done. And Blizzard tends to do that. Take Season of Discovery, for example. Something I'm a bit sour about to this day, because it was one of the best things that had ever happened to Classic WoW, and it was really good. Sure, it had its problems. It's a fucking Blizzard game, let alone World of Warcraft. Not everybody, you can't please everybody. But a lot of people did like it, myself included. It brought me back to World of Warcraft, and it was fucking awesome. It was a prime time. Anytime someone will talk about WoW, like when I'm in a nursing home or something, I'll think back to Season of Discovery. It was so much fun. And then they just straight up said, yeah, we're kind of done with it. So, and then obviously the whole community just flocks to the next new thing, not really paying mind to kind of what they did. They did it with StarCraft 2. They do add new maps, and they add patches and whatnot, and it switches up the game a little bit. It's more for the competitive scene, but there's no new co-op stuff. There's nothing more to the game. They're done with it. Heroes of the Storm, they put end of life on that years ago. There is nothing with that game anymore. Brood War got the same fucking thing. StarCraft Remastered. Literally, they were adding new stuff. It was mainly just portraits and maps and whatever. Completely cut the fucking life support off of that. These games will last as long as the company wants them to. And they always do this shit. They will cut but that's the thing. That is the thing. I don't want to see a StarCraft 2 DLC where for years we could have been getting new stuff. Same thing with StarCraft Remastered and Warcraft 3. Warcraft 3, it was free. It was literally free. The 2.0 update that fixed the fucking game. Keep in mind, none of these issues were there when Warcraft 3, like Reign of Chaos and Frozen Throne were there. None of this stuff was an issue, and then they re-released it and it all fucked up, and then they did like a re-release of the re-release. You get what I'm saying? And they fixed all the problems. They quote-unquote fixed it, and they just pretty much added everything back, and they're doing it with Overwatch 2. It's literally Overwatch 1 It was a game. I enjoyed Overwatch 1. I actually really liked Overwatch and I played it quite a bit. Overwatch 2 came out, kind of fucked up the whole flow of the game, and they promised a whole, like, PvE mode that never delivered. Keep in mind, a lot of the people who are excited about this new Overwatch update don't realize, like, Overwatch 2 was kind of fucking pointless. Like, there was no point for that. We're dropping the 2, and now we're just back to Overwatch. We're on Overwatch 3, and it's literally bringing back features that were in Overwatch 1, bringing it to the new game, and bundling it up in a nice little bow. A little package with a fucking pretty little ribbon on top, and saying, look at our new game. It's not new. It's something you guys have had this entire time. Took it away from the community, and then brought it back to kind of get your player base back. And I will never understand that sort of practice. I think it's so, because like everybody's like, yeah bro, Overwatch 1 was awesome. Yeah bro, Warcraft 3 was awesome. So, like, when these things get reintroduced, it brings players back, and it's just stupid. It's dumb, and they've done it with almost every one of their IPs, and that is fucking nuts to me. Anyways, I just wanted to rant about this because I love Diablo 2. I will probably end up buying Reign of the Warlock. It looks cool as fuck. The new updates and stuff seem kind of cool, but I want to leave it on this note. Why make players pay for something that was already in the game to begin with? With those mods and stuff, those were all free mods. Now it's just official. I think that's kind of ridiculous. $25 may not be a lot, but I'm broke, and so are a lot of people. The fucking world we live in, like, I don't think that's fair, and it's just weird. Blizzard, you're a weird company. I will never understand the way you run things. And I don't know. It's just fucking stupid. Sorry to my viewers. Sorry I haven't posted in months. Life has been low-key kicking my ass, but we're kind of back. We're so back. We're dropping the Epic Blade Dragon 2, and now we're just Epic Blade Dragon. And I'm the same motherfucker. So, nothing new, man. It's just fucking stupid. But, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it's more bitching. I want to do less videos of me bitching about corporate companies, but the more they keep doing this shit, the more I'm gonna keep bitching, I guess. I don't fucking know. I'll make a funny video in the future. I also want to end it on this note. I don't really play League anymore, so probably don't expect a League video. This isn't I'm quitting League 2, or I'm done with League of Legends 2. I just don't play it. I went back for TFT, and that's about it. And I'm not making a fucking TFT video. Suck my dick, bitch.